Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, and cats. Welcome back to Calm Down, Level Up. It's been a little while. Jeez, and I'm really sorry about that. And I'm sorry if I'm like yelling into the mic. I should probably turn down a little bit, but I should also keep being excited so you guys stay in tune. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our AI World Battle Modern Day World Tension Season 3. Episode 1. You guys have been waiting a while for this, and I apologize that it hasn't come out. I've been doing a lot. I've had so much to do, jeez, and this is actually like getting back in the groove of doing YouTube again. It's gonna be a little hard for me, but hey, I got this, okay? I'm gonna record an assload of episodes today. I just cleared up a bunch of space on my computer. It's gonna be sick, okay? You guys ready for this? Jeez. So let me kind of explain to you what I've done this season, okay? And I can give you guys a little bit of explanation of what's been going on. We did the same thing we did last time, where we freed all the countries that were that could be released, or most of them at least. I think I left Kosovo and Albania, or not Albania, Montenegro, just because they come out on their own during the game. So we will see them be freed on their own just because of the political events that happened during the game. It's the year 2000. I was gonna do this one in 2016, but the thing is, if you start it in 2016, all the countries have already gone down their unite with Europe focuses, and it's kind of ridiculous. You can't make them do any cool things. So now that we're in 2000, we can make them go down their cool paths. Like Germany can become fascist again, or they can become, go to the German Empire or whatever. Poland can do some cool stuff. The one that I'm most intrigued with is Italy. So that's why I didn't release Venice or Milan out of it. I did release, though, Sicily, Sardinia, even though I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to do very much. I also released Corsica. But Italy has a super cool tree, and if Italy actually does go down its super cool tree, then it can do a lot of things. It can reform the Roman Empire in like 3 different ways. It can become fascist, it can do all these things that's super cool. So we're hoping that we can probably force Italy to do that, and try to cause it to try to become an Axis power or something like that, which would be super cool if we could do that. I've been trying to make this game as different as possible from the last one. We might see some similarities, but I hope it'll shake it up a little bit. I don't want it to be too similar. I'm sorry I haven't started the game quite yet. I just want to explain a few things. Turkey now has its own tree where it can reform the Ottoman Empire. It can become an Islamic state. It can do whatever it wants, do a lot of things. Also, this was just kind of a joke, but we made the Macedon thing again. And I think this is kind of funny. This is mostly just to trigger Greeks. Not that I don't like Greeks, but it's just kind of ridiculous. I wanted to point out how ridiculous it is that how Macedonians and Greeks get triggered about names. And you guys need to chill out. That's my opinion. So that's why I did that. But I think this will also make a cool game, having Macedon. Also, Macedonia is fascist, extremely fascist, by the way, and it has elections, I guess, which kind of is an unfascist thing. But maybe if fascism wins again next election, then maybe they'll shut down the elections. One other thing, for some reason, I've been playing around with a lot of mods, and I've set up a lot of games. I've probably set up this game around 7 or 8 times, trying to get it to work. All the or most of the leader portraits are gone, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. And I apologize. So we're just have to deal with that. So the game's a little bit different. Let's actually click play. We are a couple months in, just because I wanted to get the game to where I wanted it to be as exciting as possible. So there are 2 wars that have already happened, or going on. Chechnya, just ended, and Palestine, which also just ended. Okay, so Chechnya and Palestine were just taken over by Russia and Israel. Israel has its own tree too. Also looks like it has a oh yeah, Israel has, and Egypt has a non-military zone, or whatever you call that, demilitarized zone, which is pretty cool. I think there's a lot more demilitarized zones. Like Kosovo is a demilitarized zone. Also North Korea is a demilitarized zone. Also North Korea has its own tree, by the way, demilitarized zone infrastructure. They're making infrastructure in the DMZ. Shit. Okay. Every country has actually 999 world tension. I found out that's a lot easier of a way to do it. For some reason, Belarus has this piece of Lithuania. I don't know why that happened. But the game started like that, and I don't know if, you know, the government's not telling us something and Belarus actually took over that piece of land there. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Or maybe they had that in 2000. Maybe in 2000 Belarus had this piece of land. I don't know. And maybe it was traded eventually. I honestly don't know, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But anyways, guys, I deleted the factions. Other than this one faction that showed up, called the Swiss Protection Zone, which consists of Switzerland and Liechtenstein, which was just too fucking beautiful to delete. So I left the Swiss Protection Zone. It will be in this game. Another thing, just as always, Morocco is justifying war. Oh, about 7 days. Justifying war against Western Sahara, which is going to bring it into a war with Algeria, which will sort of bring up the game, start up the game just like it always does, kind of a kickstart into whatever world wars eventually happen. So there it goes. Morocco is about to declare war on Western Sahara. There it goes. And now they're at war with Algeria as well. Shit. We'll see if Algeria, because the war tension is so high, we'll see if it forms a faction with somebody or if it joins maybe the Swiss Protection Force, which would be pretty funny. We'll see what kind of happens with this. Morocco being kind of a main, I wouldn't want to say like Axis, but I would say like aggressor. Oh, Morocco took one state. Okay, but they're still at war with Algeria. So Morocco has a lot of fans amongst you guys. So if you guys are rooting for Morocco, make sure to give them all of your spear right now, because the earlier the better for Morocco, I think, because it's hard for Morocco to win late game. But if they do good early, then they can usually kickstart something nice for themselves. Oh shit! People's Republic of China declared war on India. Whoa! Thailand joined the Asian Association. The Asian Association. Oh my god, that's awesome. Well, I don't know if this war is going to be really that awesome. Let's check Asian Association. Okay. They have Macau as well. Oh wait, Asian Association of Workers and the Asian Association. So India and Thailand versus China and Macau. Not really. Macau isn't really a big player in that. Well, that's huge. Oh shit, look. Also Georgia. Georgia has joined an Asian faction in the past. They're very eager to do that for some reason. Hong Kong joined. Okay, Hong Kong joined with China. Holy shit. Okay, this world war just got kicked off extremely fast. Korean Republic joined Asian Association. So South Korea. Vietnam joined Asian Association of Workers. So there's already like two large Asian factions rising up against each other. Let's check back up on Morocco. Laos joined Asian Association of Workers, so with China. DPR, holy shit. The DPR is now going to be at war with South Korea. That's crazy that Manchuria, if Manchuria chooses a side, especially if they choose the Asian Association of Workers, that'll recreate almost the Korean War. Transnistrian Republic. Okay, well, holy fucking shit. Romania, Asian Association. Transnistrian Republic, the Trans Republic, is now a faction, Asian faction too. So we got two. Oh my god, United States just joined Asian Association. So U.S. is at war. This is essentially the Korean War, but having the Korean War escalate into World War III. Oh shit, yeah, we're still looking through Macedon here. Kingdom of Kuwait, Bulgaria, both joining Asian Association. Okay, so I guess the Moldova. I guess the oh my god, Slovenia. I mean, this is really cool. Croatia. Everyone's joining an Asian Association now. They're teaming up. Bosnia. They're teaming up against China. I'm gonna pause it for a sec so I can say what I was gonna say. It looks like the Peninsula Shield Force doesn't exist yet. Maybe it forms, because I know it exists in 2016. So I don't know when the Peninsula Shield Force actually forms. But we'll have to wait and see. So here we go, boys. We already have a major Asian war forming, and actually a lot of European countries have joined in on both sides. Actually, Transnistria being the only one that joined onto the Asian Association of Workers, which is China's side. But we have a lot of actually just pretty much Balkan countries. If you include you include Moldova into the Balkans? I don't know if you do. I would say it's more Eastern Europe. But we got Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia. We got Romania, Bulgaria, all have joined, and Moldova. And if you want to count Georgia as well, are all over in that area, which have joined. Who's winning? It looks like this is still a stalemate. We got DPR forces. I think they're the more ones that are actually aggressing. And we also have South Koreans here. They're still on the border. Oh shit, Morocco took 4 states. Oh shit, look at that. So Morocco actually fully annexed Algeria this time. Usually they go for the puppet way of going about things, but this time they've just actually fully annexed Algeria. Holy shit, Laos. I'm not sure, Laos, if you're going to get to keep all that, but that's pretty cool. So as you can see, Thailand is getting absolutely gangbanged by the Chinese faction. I think this time, if China kind of remembers what happened last time in the last game, I think China, which has manpower this time, is just not going to want to let the same thing happen again. Last time they were just absolutely steamrolled. China was basically just used for its manpower and used for its resources. It was never its own country for that long anyways. This time I think China's probably going to try to be a big world power this time. Try to be a faction leader, because it's a faction leader right now. But try to be a faction leader, but try to stay that way as well. Holy shit. Wait, hold on. Did Russia join a faction? Nope, but the Asian Association is apparently has plans to attack Russia. Apparently. Wait, do they? The Asian Association? Well, they have a plan here. Are they justifying against Russia? No. Well, no, they don't. So we have a stalemate in Korea. We have a stalemate. Well, the Chinese have taken more land than the Indians, or actually a lot. They're the only ones that have taken land. But it's still pretty stalemated out here in India, Eastern India. Okay, I'm in Italy's focus tree right now. Looking at ideology focus, they have gone to old ways. So they can go towards monarchy or fascism. Fascism will bring them to, what they had during World War II. Monarchy could bring them to a lot of things like the Italian Empire or whatever, or also Rome. They could be rebuilding Rome. Another thing they did was they abandoned the West, which is going to be really interesting for Italy, because Italy needs abandon the West in order to actually reform either fascism or the Roman Empire, because they can't strengthen ties with America or befriend Western Europe if they want to do that. They have to abandon the West. This is going to improve their relations with Russia and China, so that'll probably bring them into the Chinese faction, it would seem. Unless Russia forms its own faction and wants to form one with Italy, then that might happen. But Italy is strengthening ties with the East now and abandoning the West. Oh shit, China's captured all the way down here. China's doing better than I thought they would. There are Americans flooding across the Atlantic right now, coming into the Mediterranean. I don't know where exactly they're headed, but they are going this way. They might be coming through here, and they're going to go through Egypt this way, but it would have seemed America like it would have been a lot easier just to go across the Pacific. I don't know, man. Just pointing it out. A lot of you guys also want to make sure you guys see casualties. You guys like to see casualties. I like to see casualties too, so I'll bring up the casualties so far. So far, China, 114,000. This is on the Asian Association of Workers side. 21,000 Vietnamese, 19,000 Laos, which is actually a lot for those countries, especially Laos. 136,000 for Korea DPR, and 653 Transnistrians. Transnistria is completely conquered at this point. India, 132,000, so pretty close to China, a little bit more. Thailand is completely occupied. They lost 30,000, which is about equal to Vietnam and Laos combined. Well, close, a little less. Korea, the Korean Republic, 135,000. United States, 646. 302 Bulgarians. There we go, boys, and 0 everyone else. So I don't know. It looks like probably the Asian Association. Is that right? Is Asian Association? Yeah, Asian Association has more casualties, but I don't know. I think the Asian Association of Workers so far is winning because they've conquered. Shit, they have plans to invade Cambodia. They have conquered Thailand. Well, they haven't really annexed Thailand yet. They've just, you know, they've occupied it. I don't know if they're really winning over here in Korea, but it's a stalemate. We'll see who wins over in Korea. If they win in Korea, then it's getting even closer to them having a victory. At least in Asia, if they're gonna have a hard time getting over here and killing off the European countries. Let's check on Turkey's tree because I'm intrigued by it. It's a new one. Dominate European TV production. Oh, okay. Turkey has a cool tree. So okay, they've already gone down Turkish politics and authoritarianism, which is interesting. Authoritarianism is going to give them negative drifts on all the democratic ones, I guess, and could bring them to extreme right wing or a monarchy. Bring them to the monarch or power of Allah, or fascism. And I guess they won't have eyes on the east, or I guess they could have eyes on the east. They're not exclusive, so they could bring back the Ottoman Restoration, which is pretty cool too. And that also involves them joining CSTO, but CSTO does not exist. So all right, Turkey, if you could do something cool, that'd be pretty sweet. Oh, look at that. Great Macedon Empire. They actually changed their name. But they still have elections. I think the Chinese are actually starting to be repulsed out here. There are a lot of Americans now on the Indian-Chinese front. And these Americans have actually gained them a few more provinces. It looks like this guy might get cut off and all this stuff will probably be recaptured. Oh shit, look at this. I'm in Germany's tree right now. They've gone down emphasize unity. Which is a very communist way to go. Socialism, communism are going to gain. They've gone down workers' revolution, communist 5%. Holy shit! They've gone down socialist propaganda, peace first. Now they're going committee for global socialism. Okay, I see. So pretty soon they're going to be gaining puppet focuses against a lot of countries. So we could see a communist Germany become an Axis power, which would be freaking amazing, actually. Oh, they're mutually exclusive, actually. So no, peace first. They've gone down peace, so they're not going to be attacking capitalism. But they still can do. They can do revive the international. Before we go, guys, let's go over a few more of the changes that we've actually done in this game. We've added this country, Trinaris, which is from the Arma games, which is just a little bit of a meme here, but it's a pretty cool country. It's actually it's going down communism right now, so it's going to be communist. There are probably going to be some pretty powerful communist countries or factions this game, which would be pretty interesting to see. So this is a country here. It can actually attack Russia in its tree, which is kind of cool. Another one is Iran has its own new focus tree. Israel does, Turkey does, North Korea does, Australia has its own tree. Also, we've made Bavaria also control Württemberg, so it's more like a South Germany instead of just Bavaria. And then also we've created the Spanish Kingdom, which is kind of like Aragon a little bit. It's got the islands here. It doesn't have Sardinia, but it's a little bit like Aragon, which is kind of cool. Oh shit, India's called Cambodia as our enemy in the Chinese-Indian War. Chinese-Indian War has been merged with Vietnamese-Cambodian War. Oh shit. Okay, war was just declared on Cambodia. That, I guess, that could have been seen, I guess, because they had war plans against Cambodia, so it makes sense that they were planning to attack it. Man, Laos has a lot of troops. That's insane. They usually don't get that strong. They only have one state. Laos is all one state. They don't have more than one state, so it's hard for them to actually get strong. Well, they don't have control of Thailand anymore, but they still do have control of northern Malay. So that's a thing. So their country's a little bit split right now. Oh shit, yeah, Cambodia just died really hard, and Vietnam has control over them. I assume that'll be given to China eventually. Oh shit! South Korea has taken a province, or possibly more. No, I think the North Koreans have broken the South Koreans. And this could be really bad for South Korea. If North Korea surrounds them, surrounds Seoul, all these units could be killed. And these guys are actually almost walking without resistance down the coast of South Korea. The war in Korea just got way more interesting. North Korea might actually pull something out of this, although they are being pushed back a little bit now. It's hard to tell. It's always really hard to tell when, just in a peninsula war like this, where they're both pretty evenly matched. Yeah, they've just captured another province. The North Koreans are just walking into South Korea. It's hard to tell what's going to happen, but it looks like the North Koreans do have a bit of an edge at this point. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys all next time when the war keeps on going. Alright, peace.